great to meet you. Thank you for taking a minute out. And before we get into your life as a mindset and life and health coach, I want to know, 4 years ago we were looking at this pandemic. We were trying to
Mhm.
figure out how long it was going to last and how it was going to affect us. How did you ultimately make it through that time period and how did it change you?
Pretty much, the program that I preach on my Instagram account every day is what got me through my hard times and my good times. And whenever I stopped uh, doing my daily habits, I would relapse, and then I'd go back to being in a depressive state of mind, and just being uh, a burden on my wife, on my family. And then when I'd go back to getting up early, reading and reflecting, working out, tracking my meals, and just staying away from the vices, I've been able to stay strong. So that's when I uh, that's when I got the idea of starting to post it on Instagram. And ever since then, I've gotten people messaging me, telling me how I've inspired them to quit the drinking, the smoking, and to get their life back in health.
So, as a coach, I want to get to the heart and soul of what you do on a daily basis. I'm going to put you in front of a bunch of third graders. It's career day. And one of the kids says, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" How do you answer that child?
Oh man, I just try to be the best example that I can be so everyone can watch and give it a try. I get up early because sleeping is the most it's the most satisfying thing a human can do. You know, we spend a third of our life doing it. So I get up early to show gratitude, and um, I read something that's thought provoking so I don't have that negative mindset that I had yesterday. We're moving forward with some positive quotes, and then I go work out to acquire the body that I admire, and I don't have to uh, desire being somebody else, or looking a different way. And then I go home and I eat some healthy food, and I consistently eat healthy food the rest of the day, and I don't do the things I'm not supposed to do.
So, what did you want to be in the third grade? What was your dream to grow up and become?
Oh man, in the third grade, let me think. That's a tough one. I think I just wanted to help my dad, honestly. You know,
Yeah,
we come from Mexico, so I'm living the dream just by being here. Honestly,
yeah.
this is a major plus for me. But yeah, I just always wanted to be my dad's little helper.
So, what were the seeds that were planted in you early on in your life that made you become somebody that was conscious about what you're doing and to get to a better place and to get through bad habits? What were those seeds that were planted in you?
Uh, questions, people questioning me, people that I cared about, people that I knew that cared about me. And so the relationship was a caring relationship. If it was someone I didn't care about criticizing me, I I didn't care. You know, I'm living my life. That guy's living his life the way he wants to. But mostly when my parents would ask me if I thought that the actions I was taking now were suitable for a husband, if I ever wanted to get married, or even just have a wholesome relationship, if the drinking and the smoking and the staying out late at night doing who knows what, if that was what a woman would want in a man. And so those questions, even though they were asked to me by someone else, they became part of my own thought process, because um, when you present a problem to someone in a question format and not in a statement format, it makes you question yourself. So then you search within for the answer. But when you just tell someone, hey, you need to quit smoking because you're not going to find a good woman that way, then it's like, whatever, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, for sure. So let me ask you this, who's been a hero for you, an inspiration for you in turning things around in your life and just in general?
Well, I don't know if you've ever heard of Wes Watson, but that guy right there, he's a YouTube sensation. I think he would be the person that opened up my eyes the most, because my old man, he's a hardworking guy, but he never really did have the eating habits and the just all in general fitness that I admired. I definitely got my work ethic from him, but I didn't get the the discipline that I needed to to grow, in physically and emotionally, or even spiritually. But I stumbled upon this Wes Watson guy on YouTube, and I just started watching him as much as I could. And what I found was that he spoke a lot of quotes. And so then that got me to thinking, what is it about quotes that resonates within me so much? For example, if a man is right, his world will be right. So whenever I had an unlucky day, I'd ask myself, what did I do last week or yesterday to earn this bad luck today? Other quotes like work instills the worth in a man. So I could have a week full of success, of working out every day and eating healthy, but then the weekend came around and I didn't work out and I didn't track my meals. So then I felt bad. So that's why that quote resonated in me. Um, Man, off the top of my tongue, I can't think of any right now, but it's mostly quotes.
So, talk to me a little bit about, you may have already answered this, but if you could meet anybody on the planet right now that you find inspirational, who would that be? Who would you love to meet and talk to?
Oh man, uh, probably Wes Watson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, but at the same time, it's not. I don't think it would make a difference, because another thing that I learned from him, and why I was inspired to start posting my daily habits on Instagram, was because you can introduce yourself to the world without having ever met anyone. Because I watched him for so long, his YouTube videos and his Instagram account, I feel like I already know him and I already know what he's gonna tell me. Uh, First of all, the the life purpose, or the mission statement that resonates within me because of him, is creating the best version of yourself so you can give that person to the world. So after I was able to quit the drinking and the smoking, and I wasn't really ever into porn or anything like that, but respecting others. Once I was able to fully become someone I was proud of, then I started posting on Instagram, and then that's when it clicked in my mind. Oh, okay, so this is the modern version of creating the best version of yourself, and giving that person to the world. So I post all my uh, daily habits on my stories, and then once a day I'll make a post on my wall, just to have something up there that stays up there, and it's just for everyone to see. And I've gotten plenty of messages from people telling me that I've inspired them to become a better person.
So, what is your motivation every day to wake up and to do the good work, do the hard work, to stay consistent, to motivate others? What is that spark for you?
I'm being watched. Yeah, so I'm being watched, and I can't slip, because if I do, it's going to be their way out. So for example, the people that I've inspired to get back to the gym, and to drop the vices, if they don't see me post my daily habits, I'm afraid that they're going to say, "Ha, if he can't do it, I don't have to." So um and I do have a family, so that definitely drives me as well. I have a daughter and a son, and a wife, and my parents. We're still living together uh, for financial reasons, but I wouldn't say it's motivation per se that keeps me going. It's just I'm almost like a robot now. I don't think about it. I'm more like a witness to my own life. I witness myself wake up in the morning, and then I witness myself proceed to consuming some caffeine, and reading and reflecting, and then going to the gym, and eating my food. I don't really have any feeling towards it anymore. And the feeling that I do get, that I love, is when I get emotional about my kids and my wife, when I miss them during the day. So I don't know. That I think that's a difficult question to answer because it's not really motivation. I don't even listen to music when I'm at the gym.
Yeah.
I I rarely ever listen to music. During the day, I listen to psychology and philosophy YouTube videos to keep my wheels turning.
Yeah. So what's been one of the best client success stories you've had so far?
My wife, my wife. Oh my God! When I met my wife, she had never been to a gym by herself. Uh, the only time she'd gone to a gym, I think, was when she tagged along with one of her friends or something. I don't remember exactly, but um, she had never worked out the way uh, that we work out now. But the most profound thing I would say about her success is she was pregnant for 6 months before she found out that she was pregnant. And it was due to the fact that we were going to the gym. I think at the time we were going 6 days a week. She still just goes 6 days a week. I go seven just because that's me. And but yeah, she was pregnant for 6 months, didn't have any symptoms, didn't of course she felt bad, as anybody would feel getting up at 2:45 in the morning, but not like pain or nausea or any of those common symptoms that pregnant women get. And now she's at the point where she's built enough confidence that uh, very rarely do we not go together. But when our son doesn't get a good night's sleep, she's up all night, so she can't get up early, and I understand. So then she'll go later by herself, and that was mind blowing to me because she swore she'd never go by herself, and she's just a completely different person now. We both are.
So of all of the things that you've done in your life, what are you the proudest of?
Probably just not being a loser anymore. Yeah, I used to weigh 265 pounds, and I was addicted to smoking weed every day from the moment I woke up to the moment I would go to sleep. I was just constantly smoking, whether it be um, grass or wax or whatever it is, whatever it was that I could smoke to get high, uh, and to now just being sober. And earlier, we got back from the gym. I had my egg whites, and I made myself some matcha green tea. I sipped that down real quick. I put my son in the stroller and we went for a walk. And the vibration I was feeling from just being clean was so crazy. It felt so good.
So let me ask you this. If you had a dream tonight, you ran into the 18-year-old version of you, you could give that young version of you a piece of advice based on the life you've lived, the wisdom you've gained. What advice would you give your younger self? And would that version listen?
he might, he might. I would say don't take any breaks. Don't take any breaks. Even if you, even if, do you mind if I cuss?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You're good.
Okay, thank you. I would say even if you fuck up, get your ass to the gym.
Yeah.
Even if you fuck up, go ride your bike, go for a jog. Whatever it is you do to stay moving, don't stop doing it even if you're fucking up because you multiply the setback when you do something bad and you stop doing something good. The the mistake is multiplied. But if you just fuck up on the weekend, you overeat food, and you still go to the gym or you still go for your bike ride, your hike, whatever it is that gets you going, then it's not that bad. But if you fuck up over the weekend and then you stop going to the gym for a couple of weeks, it that's what would get me to relapse because the distance between my feeling good and having to get back on track got wider and wider. And then the only solution that I would find to feel better again was to go back to smoking weed. And yeah, I just feel like I wasted so much time. So I would tell the younger version of me, just keep it pushing. Just
Yeah.
keep it pushing.
So At the end of the day, everyone has a perception of you, family, friends, clients, but you run the show. What's your perception of you? Who do you think you are?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think I'm just a guy who doesn't stop going because I don't really live in the present. I'm I have this vision of what I want my future to be for my son, for my daughter, for my wife, and I just focus on that. So I'm not really worried about who I am today because I'm in the process of creating who I am 10 years from now.
Right on.
So I guess you could say I look at myself as a creator.
Okay. So if anyone wants to reach out, they want to see your Instagram, reach out to you, anything about your world, hire you, how can they do that?
Yeah, just go on my Instagram account, uh, shoot me a DM, let me know what you want to work on. You know, I say I'm a life coach because we work on your mindset, we work on your training, we work on your nutrition, and you could have your training and nutrition down, but your mindset's fucked up. You know, you're drinking and smoking still. Whatever your conscience is telling you to stop doing, we got to listen to your. It's regret. Regret is your guideline, and then your conscience will tell you what you should be doing. When you don't listen to your conscience, you become dissonant. You start tearing apart your mind from what you want to do and what you're doing, from what you don't want to do and what you're doing. So you kind of find your path in the middle there. um, the training is also very important. I was one of those guys that thought it was all about being the hardest worker in the room. I thought that if I just worked out hard enough, I could eat whatever I want. So then that goes actually into the nutrition, but training wise, I had to learn the hypertrophy specific workout routine to get the results I wanted. And also on the nutrition side, if you don't know your macronutrient intake, then you won't get the results you're working so hard for. The label skinny fat comes into mind because there's a lot of people that can get the weight off, but you still got the love handles or the obnoxious tummy, and it just comes down to macros at that point. So we get your mindset right, we get your training right, we get your nutrition right, and that all together will make your life so much better.
Absolutely. This is such an inspirational story. Aaron, thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Keep doing the great work, man. I appreciate your time today.
I appreciate you too, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Take care.